Heh, I cannot for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness.
I'm running out of time. Better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, it wasn't. Silent Hills level of foggy.
Good old Pyramid Head could have been walking out there and you'd never know.
Probably not. I actually don't know if... actually, yeah, Silent Hill 2 does have a lake. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
Well, what? You got what?
Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph!
The photo I took. The very same.
That's me. Seriously, read the names.
Okay.
There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional high quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men in the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How?
What?
Mr. Wright has a point.
That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yet now she's said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart?
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course, I said I could. I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
Yeah, right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard the noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You used binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Isn't it still the same thing? Even with binoculars, you wouldn't be able to see through the fog.
Yeah, maybe. The only thing you could probably make out is maybe their feet, their outlines a bit more.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And if you saw the flash, you could pretty much make it out a bit more. How Edgeworth was seen. Yeah, right, it was a cold night, and it's thick as grits. So, how could you see Edgeworth?
Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have troubles with that as it is. Nobody loves me.
Damn, the judge throwing shade. Damn.
Spineless bastard. He throws shade at the defense attorney, but I won't do it when fucking God Von Karma's in the bloody room. Your camera.
Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we're concerned with is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is relevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with your line of questioning.
But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yeah. This is a make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Just read that.
The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Then why was it looking across the lake and not up?
Yeah. I'm actually gonna present that with the camera. Yeah, it faces the lake. You're photographing shooting stars. That's a lie.
Says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointing directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Oof.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Yeah, she was there for Gordy. Because that was the only reason to have the... Unless there's something that says that she was there to take photos of the thing,
yeah,
it's pretty much Gordy. Although it's really weird that the microphone picks up on loud noises, but if the... Because... If... Well, let's say Gordy breaches the water, it wouldn't be loud enough to trigger the camera.
It
Maybe
because sound travels across water really, really well.
But maybe a roar could have been loud enough to trigger, but I don't know. But yeah. Oh fuck. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart.
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do we have proof?
We do. Because of her camera.
Oh.
I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is this proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? Yeah, it's her camera because it would have been pointing across the lake the entire time. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to the loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when the gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set up your camera to respond to loud noises. Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping. Sorry? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. Oh, you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks the monsters exist. Hey! As she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not sure. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change, it has to. But I'm going to spot it. Sorry. Lotta's new testimony.
Actually, I'm not a researcher student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. When I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Looking right at the boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a researcher, a student, or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim that... Seriously, I claim the defense right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. I'll comments up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem so sure you must have something in your mind.
That would be a first.
Aha, very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we'll have to let the witness leave. I'll announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. You understand? Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Then what manner of person are you?
I'm not sure. I'm high-faultin enough to be called a manner of anything.
An investigative photographer.
Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what?
What?
There was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
UFO?
You know, an unidentified flying object? A UFO? That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on a local news rumor of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe.
Hey, they also have a picture of him in the newspaper for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's just keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera?
Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang...
it snaps a shot.
Yep.
So how many pitches has it taken so far?
The only time the camera triggered was that night.
I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake.
Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoot.
Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Yeah, you've been allowing us to do it up to this point. What do you say, Von Kama? I know you told her to keep quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected.
Hmm. I'm sorry, I watched the boat the entire time. There wasn't much else to look at.
Yep.
I don't know, she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kinda doubt she was wasting any time looking at the boat.
What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops, I'm getting there.
Okay, if they're actually suggesting evidence, there must be something here. Hang on. Wasn't much to look at, so I just watched the boat the entire time.
Obviously, what do we... What's that? Oh no, that's...
That's the autopsy report.
What else was she... What did we present then?
I get it.
What?
This is what she's looking for.
Okay.
This is what what she saw and what the camera took.
Okay.
There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the entire time. She wouldn't be bothered watching the boat if Gordy wasn't there. Because why bother to watch a boat if Gordy's not there?
That's a good point.
Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. Oof.
What? Do you want to step out over here and say that?
Nope, because if you step into my area, the bailiffs crash tackle you.
Exactly.
That actually does happen in legit court. You're camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give a boat a second thought. Yeah, so I was right.
Ah! Look at the size of it, though.
Half of that is hair. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testify that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You need them to search Gordy, and that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
Well?
Now that you mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all.
Miss Hart, are you saying you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. Kind of got excited. I'm sure I was watching the boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who's shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took the photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day, shut your pie hole. Shut my what?
What was she gonna say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
She even had a photograph to prove it. You really can't tell from the photo who was shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. Should have dropped quality a mile, might, but should let us see who's who. Yes, because we didn't talk to him about these things.
Because we presented the freaking thing. God damn it. I hate when games do this. She enlarged that photo. Why wouldn't Von Kama let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Kama. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it would mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Well, yeah, show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. You enlarged this photo, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist. What are you talking about? You're the one who told me not to show it in the court in the first place, you old fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Kama? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
Prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
We still can't tell who it is. Still can't see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to court. Taken automatically on the same time as the previous one. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement, now you got the enlargement.
Oh shit, I read your one by accident.
Little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination
is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of time. My time.
Mr. Von Kama, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement?
Well, unless we know what hand frickin' Edgeworth's used, and we can say that's not him because it...
We do know.
How?
Right hand.
Oh, in the photo it's in the left hand.
Yeah, left.
Oh, well there we go.
Your Honor, this is something decisively strange with this enlargement, and no, it's not Dr. Strange.
What might that be?
That's me.
Oh.
Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, well, here it goes. I'll show the judge what makes it strange.
So do you click on his...
Let's say... Yeah, I'll probably say click here. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence the left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in the photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim?
Precisely.
That's you.
As we've seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Or Miss Hart? The victim himself and Larry, I would...
It could have been... Well... It could have been Miss Hart because she didn't know anything about them being there. And Larry wouldn't have been there at that time.
No, so...
So it would have been the victim. Plus also, what record? I think the autopsy... sometime cause of one bullet shot to the heart. Well, the only thing it would have been the victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. So you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I think no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. The suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's room reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter.
Oh wait, a meter? That's 3 feet.
That can't be the boat. The boat isn't that big.
Well, okay, other than like
Why don't...
a boat can't be smaller
It
than...
was hard. She was sitting on that bank. She had a sniper rifle.
Well, no, because...
A hitman tuxedo on with the red tie.
No.
Yeah, Miss Hart is secretly hitman.
You mean Agent 47?
Yeah. Karma, there is no way it could have been suicide. So did we do the wrong thing there?
No.
Order, order.
That's me again. Order, order. Seriously, you need to read the names here. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Autopsy report updated in the court record. So now he's been shot approximately 1 meter away. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend the proceedings for the trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood. Yes, Your Honor. That is all. Court is adjourned. (1:15), defendant lobby number 2. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say?
No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right?
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too.
What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him.
I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go and check on Maya.
Oh. Right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What?
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lotta's disposition added to the court record. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight on Christmas. To be continued.